Clearly the event today is mainly around regulation and governance, and clearly operational risk is very much to the fore today. What I would perhaps look at more is the insurance risk, and that is the actual exposures that insurance companies would be considering taking on that stem from cyber exposure. As a result of increased governance, which we've seen originally in the US over a decade ago and is coming in the European community, we see increased regulation around the obligation to tell your consumer base if you have breached their data and that data has got out into the public domain. That can be from virus, that can be from attack, indeed that can be from a boy's bedroom or indeed a girl's bedroom, and it can be from a significant terrorism event. And that product is a new product which the insurance industry has been underwriting for quite a period of time now and will respond to as far as the European legislation that is emerging next year. I think many other lines of business are challenged by cyber, not so much because cyber is a new class of business to them, but because it is a peril or a potential cause of loss that sits behind existing coverages. So it's not that the coverage itself needs to change, it's the assessment of the cyber risk behind those perils that actually challenges those classes at the moment. And by way of example, I would talk in terms of property damage and business interruption, where control systems that are now computerized, again, can suffer in some way an attack. Indeed, they can suffer human error, but one way or another that might give rise to a major explosion caused through computerized systems. You have old risks manifesting in new ways, which is a way I like to describe it. You have to see cyber as a potential cause of loss in many cases, rather than of itself being a class of business, or indeed the main peril of the risk. And ultimately, the biggest challenge, I think, to the market is to understand connectivity and interdependencies in this very invisible, intangible world which is cyber. And from that to decide on whether these are of sufficient magnitude and likelihood that they need some even external way in which to be effectively insured.